A lot of people have been asking how the Maryland Center for Oral Surgery, a 4-location dental practice in Maryland, was able to actually cut $200,000 in payroll by using AI in 2026. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how they did it. Now, if you haven't already seen it, I posted a separate YouTube video with the full interview with Maryland Center, just talking about what their experience was like. If you haven't checked that out, then go ahead and click the link in the description, but I'll be covering a lot of what we talked about in this video. Now, what was actually going on with their business? Well, we've been working with them for almost a year now, but 9 months ago when they first came to me, they were getting over 400 inbound phone calls per day. And even though they had 11 people in 2 different call centers handling all of the inbound calls, the problem that they were facing was that out of those 400 calls per day, they were missing over 100 of them. Not only that, but because they were missing so many calls, they would spend the first hour or two every day just getting back to the 100 calls that they missed from the day before. And during that time, they would miss more calls because they weren't available. So it ended up just becoming this endless loop of playing catch up within both of their call centers. And you can imagine how many opportunities were lost because of the patients that didn't pick up the phone the first time that they were called back. So when we break down what's really happening here, the practice had 3 operators on the front line whose only job was to route the patient to the correct department. They also had 8 people in their scheduling call center and 2 implant specialists in their implant department. And so when the operator sent the calls over to one of these departments and nobody picked up, then the patient would just join the list of hundreds of people each week that needed to be followed up with. And as you can imagine, this was getting very messy. So what did we actually do about this? Well, I sat down with the call center manager and the heads of each department, and I identified how AI can be positioned. And what we quickly realized is that these operators did not even need to be there. Instead, we could use a single intelligent human-sounding AI operator that can pick up unlimited calls at the same time to answer the phone and live transfer patients to the appropriate department, depending on what it is that they're asking for. And if the humans aren't available for any reason, then we just package what it is that they needed into an email and then send it to the correct department. So all they have to do is just check the call summaries that come in through their email instead of sitting there listening through hundreds of voicemails every week. This AI would work 24/7 every single day, including weekends, and every missed transfer or after-hour call would be marked with a level of priority so that each department knows which messages are the most important the following morning. And if an emergency or urgent situation does come up, then the AI would send a text message to an on-call doctor with all the patient's information and the issue that they're facing. Before AI, all of those calls were sitting in the same pile of unreturned messages. After we installed this AI operator system, there was no need for the human operators anymore. They are never missing a single phone call, and every single important or high-value conversation with a patient is summarized and reported directly to the appropriate team member. Now, obviously, a system like this is not some copy and paste walk in the park. We worked very closely with their team to make this happen, and the result honestly exceeded the expectations that any of us had. Since we built this 9 months ago, we've built many other systems that are just as, if not more complicated and effective than this. If you want to see what kind of systems we can build and install in your practice, then go to the description and book a call with me or one of my team members, and we'll see if we can help. Because of the increase in efficiency, they were not only able to eliminate the 3 operators from before, but they were also able to reduce the number of scheduling representatives by 2 as well. That is a net reduction of 5 full-time employees for a more efficient practice. So when we do the math on that, that's 20 per hour times 40 hours per week. It's about 41,600 per year and per employee. So times the 5 eliminated positions, we're looking at over $200,000 in payroll savings every single year. And that doesn't even include all the hours of training, the benefits, or the tax liability. So the real number is even higher than that. But here's the thing, and this is the part that most people miss when they only look at the surface level. The biggest win isn't even the fact that they're not missing any calls, or that they have more efficient staff, or that they save $200,000 in payroll. It's the fact that this practice can now add 3 or 4 new doctors without hiring a single new person to answer the phones. Under the old model, more doctors meant that you had to hire more call center employees. Now, growth doesn't scale the number of employees in the practice. It scales the amount of revenue that can be generated by each person. So that's pretty much the full picture as to what went on behind the curtain when building out this system. Now, we do everything from basic AI receptionists to custom AI infrastructure systems like the one you see here. I'm happy to go through how we do these build outs at other levels as well. If that's something that you guys would like to see, then just leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you later.